Finally, we finish Numbers this week and start Deuteronomy. Your guidebook tells you about the origin of the name Deuteronomy and the general scope of the book, so I won't go into it here, but I will add a few thoughts about it. In June, we're going to read about the reign of Josiah, king of Judah. One of his activities was the repair and remodeling of the temple of the Lord in Jerusalem, and during the construction work, a book was found. It's called the Book of the Law, and its authenticity was verified by the prophet Huldah. Speculation is that what they found was the book of Deuteronomy, which we are starting to read this week. If so, they found it more than 600 years after the events it describes, which makes me wonder when it was written and why it was hidden. The book is written as Moses' farewell address before his death and the crossing of the Jordan River. And much of what we read this week is a reminder of everything the Lord had done for the people and the people's failure to be faithful to the Lord in return. If that makes you a little uncomfortable, then you're paying attention. It also includes some commands and regulations, including the order to destroy pagan shrines and the command to tithe, that is, give 10% of your income to the work of God. There are 3 specific things that you will read this week that I want to highlight. One of those is a repeat of the 10 Commandments. That's why the book is the, quote, second law. It includes the law of God for the second time. There's one subtle difference between the commandments in Exodus and the commandments in Deuteronomy, however. Both of them have the same list of 10, but the rationale for one of them is different. The 4th commandment is to observe the Sabbath day and keep it holy. In the book of Exodus, it says to rest on the Sabbath day because when the Lord created the heavens and the earth, the Lord rested on the 7th day. But in Deuteronomy, it says to observe the Sabbath day, as a reminder, quote, that you were a slave in the land of Egypt, and the Lord your God brought you out from there with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. That is, observe the Sabbath day not only as a day to rest from your day-to-day labors, but especially as a day to remember what the Lord God has done for you. The Sabbath is for remembrance. The second thing I will call to your attention is in chapter 6, a beautiful piece of Jewish tradition called the Shema. We gave special attention to the Shema not too long ago. You may remember a couple years ago we handed out little cards with some Hebrew words on it. That was the Shema. Shema means hear. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. Jesus quoted these words when a lawyer asked him which commandment in the law was the greatest. In Deuteronomy, it goes on to say that these words should be recited, they should be taught to the children, and written down as a reminder. Wear them on your hand and on your forehead, and write them on your doorpost. And that's what we did. We put it on cards so you could put it on your doorpost. And the third thing is a wonderful short passage in chapter 7 when Moses reminds the people why the Lord God has done all these things for them. It was not because you were more numerous than any other people that the Lord set his heart on you and chose you, for you were the fewest of all peoples. It was because the Lord loved you and kept the oath that the Lord swore to your ancestors. God does not choose people because of power or piety or any of the things we like to say. The Lord God chooses people because of the Lord's own love, and because the Lord, when the Lord makes a promise, the Lord keeps the promise.